After meeting some friends, I decided to randomly make as lavish a Christmas feast as the island of Con Dao in Vietnam would allow.
Hello.
Xin chào.
I bought supplies like a local from the market. Of course, there are many other reasons to visit. And I got the dry goods mainly from Takai, both within a couple walks of our stay at Ruby Hotel. Let's get at it! First off, this is what I'm doing. Beet pickles. Found some beets. They're a bit bitter here, so they're going to be a little bit extra sweet. I couldn't find cloves, so I'm going to use black cardamom, cinnamon, and star anise with some garlic and onion. And those should still hopefully be delicious. I did my 1-1-1 brine mix. 1 part water, 1 part sugar, 1 part vinegar. And then if in this case that was a liter, so it's gonna be 1 tablespoon salt. So that's the very first thing I make, because in 2 or 3 days from now, the beets will be nicely pickled and ready. These are gonna be fridge pickles this time, but with this ratio, you can also can them. This is the kitchen I'm working with. This is the kitchen at the hotel. As you can see, not super fancy, 2 burners, and minimal dishes. And I'm gonna make an entire, fingers crossed, Christmas dinner. Preparing stuffing. All of this. 18 bucks. And that's on Con Dao Island. It would probably be about $12 on the mainland. Well, the power's gone out, but here I'm boiling cinnamon, what I think is nutmeg, ginger, a little bit of sugar, grated apples, and orange and limes together to form the base of cider, which will be made with this apple juice and some orange juice as well. Now I'm making broth that's going to be used to create delicious flavors of chicken, gravy, and stuffing. I'm going to add some hat nem. Hat nem is basically mushroom salt. At the same time, I have to pit all of these 2 jars of dates so that I can turn them into a crust, because I don't have an oven. So I'm going to combine the dates ground up with pumpkin seeds and ground banana chips and make a crust for a pie. With some of that extra veg, the onions and some raw onions and garlic, I've created, with the pureed mushrooms from the stock, a gravy base. So I've used a little bit of unsweetened, thick soy milk and coconut cream to just blend that together into a nice paste. And once I have that paste, I'm going to blend in some raw onion and some raw garlic so that I can just fry up the base, mix an oobleck, which is starch and water, bring it all up to speed. So this is another great way to make a gravy. You just take your blender, you make a nice paste of mushrooms and veg that you boiled for stock. So in this case, I fished out the mushrooms, most of the carrot tops, a bit of the herbs that are in there that are nice and soft, like the dill and the celery, and then add a bit more onion for flavor, and then just adjust the flavor. Tomorrow I'll add sage and give it that kind of gravy vibe. Just starting with some prep tasks. There we go, carrot slice, cabbage and herbs, long beans, onions, celery, dill, and chives for the stuffing. Next up, I'm gonna make seitan. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in like 15 or 20 odd years. Rinse flour, fingers crossed. So there's 1 dough ball, 1 kilogram of flour, 600 milliliters of water, and that begins making a dough ball. Now I gotta let it rest in the fridge. Hey, look at that, my sage came in the mail. Thanks very much to the hotel friends for getting that. Next up, I have to take these sticky pitted dates and this mixture of ground green pumpkin seeds and banana chips and use this relatively ineffective blender to make them some sort of crust. I managed to do it. Hopefully the next shot is me with a decent pie crust completed. Is it my best work? No, but I think it's gonna work. First layer is the coconut cream and the peaches. Then we're gonna add a jelly, so we bury those peaches. I've had excellent help. Second layer is going on now. A peach infused iced tea jelly. Hint of salt, hint of ginger in this jelly, and a cinnamon stick while it boils. Gonna use this konjac gelatin. It's the day of the dinner. Let's get started. 2 kilograms of flour yielded 20 tiny questionable nuggets. We'll see how that is. I know I'm doing this face a lot. Give it a little fry first and then simmer it. So now I've shaped them and I gave them a little bit of an outside fry, and they're going to cool ahead of simmering. Frying them on the outside helps seal it in so they don't expand and get kind of spongy when they cook, but no guarantees on this one. We've got a beautiful gravy. We've just been upgraded. The hotel we're staying at, the Ruby Hotel, this is their last week of operation, and they're moving to this building, which is directly across the street on the same corner in a much newer, nicer building with an enormous kitchen that the owner herself came today and said, oh, you should move across the street to the new kitchen. So we are. Isn't that awesome? I could host one hell of an eat club here. Well, I just got a nice haircut from Billy Barber on Condau. A little bit more high strung on the days I have to do a meal, but since it's only for like 15 or 18 people, it's mostly all done. Plus, the folks at the hotel have been insistently helpful. So, Ruby Hotel on Condau, amazing. And also, Billy Barbershop on Condau. Only 100,000 for the haircut. $6 Canadian, something like that. Blanching little cubes of potatoes to put on my mashed potatoes because these cubes are going to be fried crispy. Natalia's setting the table. We've got a beautiful view from here at the Ruby Hotel. I just thought I'd show you this before. There's the surrounding hillsides of Condau, and this room can be rented for a nominal extra fee. There's even an ocean view from here. Look at that. Caramel carrots with pecans. Well, I'm using a Condau specialty called jungle almonds, or hat bang. And they're so tasty. Garlic, onion, green beans, mashed potatoes. Before I knew it, everything was crossed off my list. What a relief. Time to serve it out. The first wave of guests have arrived. Xin chao. How'd it go? Condau is a beautiful island that I will have more videos about in the coming weeks. Beautiful beaches, kind people, and lots to see. But this is about holiday dinner. How is it? Is it okay? Yes. All right. Thank you. Right on. Thank you. Nice. It looks like Christmas dinner. I like seeing it eaten with chopsticks. Seitan, garlic beans, sweet hat bang carrots, banh mi stuffing, potatoes and gravy, bap, otherwise known as corn, and some beet pickles, plus apple cider. Plus rice. Wow. Everyone came at all different times, but we're all here one way or another. Leftovers, not too many, but a little. Well, true to Christmas dinner fashion, we have leftovers, and I've discovered that Vietnamese people absolutely hate mashed potatoes. They belong in curry or fried. Makes sense to me. Lots of things eaten. Lots of big piles of mashed potatoes left over. Just a nice cultural exchange, and that was a lot of fun to randomly try and cook a challenging meal for folks where those ingredients don't super exist. I made terrible seitan by washing flour. So
it was good. I thought it was good.
You liked it?
I really liked the seitan that you made.
She's being nice, folks. She has to. For Vegan Everywhere from the beautiful Ruby Hotel on Condau Island in Vietnam, I'm David.